Welcome, everybody, to the roast of one of our favorite UO Outlands streamers, Pwnstarr Gaming. We all know him. We all love him. He's the soulless ginger. Come on, right? This guy, honestly, wishes he had the popularity of another streamer in his family. If you guys do know, he has a little sister that happens to be like a way better thief than him as well. So he just aspires, and eventually he might reach his dreams and his aspirations that he is reaching for. But we do know that Pwnstarr also has a very nice side to him. He's given back to the community in many giveaways that we've all partaken in, even though he's mainly stolen the loot from all of us anyway. Ass backwards. He starts his stream off. Pwnstarr, you know that you're using a watered down whiskey bottle, right? There's no way. Open up a new fucking bottle, man. Come on. Anyway, with that said, we have a guy that is one of the utmost supporters. He has faith in Pwnstarr. He literally has given him so much support. He's making sure children like Pwnstarr don't go starving. My guy GOLDENBEAR out there. What the fuck? Come into someone else's stream. Give someone else a little bit of support. There's more mouths to feed, man. We're not all, you know, misfortune child. But again, big supporter of Pwnstarr. The man smells of rich mahogany and looks even better. Introducing a GOLDENBEAR.
Thank you so much to Pwn for having me here. Thank you so much to everybody on this dais. I really don't know why you would have me as part of this dais because, right, slumming it today, but it's cool. Thank you to Ohio's Kid Rock for bringing me on and giving me such a wonderful introduction. I appreciate that. Yeah, and thanks to the rest of the people on here. I see we got this dude IWAR out here. IWAR looks like he's running from ICE. Either that or he just got disgraced from Congress and is being sued, maybe going to jail. Is that right, George? I'm not quite sure, but looking good out here, IWAR. And ZEMEKCIS, is that how you say your name? ZEMEKCIS? I can't tell if you're keeping up the IT infrastructure or if you're secretly a furry, but maybe both. Anyway, thanks so much for keeping my AWS running, my man. We got Barely There, which is barely a bear. Way to be a watered down version of me. I gotta tell you, I really hate it when people say you're bear because you ain't a bear, but you are barely there. So well named, well played. Nice to see you. I can't tell, is that Calvin Klein you're wearing? It looks nice though. Way to actually dress up. Unlike somebody who told us he was gonna dress up today, but then didn't. You know. But I'll get to him in a minute. Legenis. Nice to see you here. I haven't quite met you before, but I know you're just waiting for Tom Brady to fucking bomb it so you could get up on those talk shows, man, because you look like you were reporting from CBS right now, man. You know. Did you catch that, John? I can't quite tell if he did. But thanks for joining us, Legenis. And then Mustache coming over to... Yo, you actually look like you run one of the karate dojos in my area that has 40% off on Tuesdays for children that you kind of need to be there just to make sure you don't teach them the wrong moves, you know? Because last thing I need is for my kid to get suspended from school for grabbing some kid's nuts. So thank you so much, Mustache, for catching me a case, because apparently parents are responsible for their kids. So, my man. And then finally, the one in Dennis. Thank you so much for finally joining us tonight. I don't know if you know this. My man literally just got here. I think they were having half-price meth out back. And so he, you know, he had to go get his fix, but my man's in it now. So thank you so much for joining us, brother. I appreciate you. And of course, to the man of the hour, my man, Pwnstarr. You know, Pwn, I got to be honest with you. When you asked me to roast you, I was kind of like, how do you roast Pwnstarr? I mean, that's like trying to murder a seal, right? Like, he's the nicest guy on the planet. I mean, like, this is literally the dude that plays the most toxic template you can, a thief that PvPs, right? And he steals your rope. Right? Like, he doesn't even take shit of value. Like, this man is just the kindest person on the planet. So I figured I'd try to honey roast you. Now, I'm not very good at honey roasting, but I'm going to give it my best shot, okay? So, you know, Pom, why do you steal rope? I really don't know why you steal rope, but I feel like you are kind of like a rope. Because you're fucking strong and dependable. That's right. Get fucking honey roasted, bitch. Yeah, you like that? I'm going to give you one more. So, Pwn, you know, unlike my dad, you're constantly in my fucking life, and you show me nothing but constant support. Thank you so much. Get fucking honey roasted, bitch. Back to you, brother.
That was a great roast, Golden Bear. Way to fucking lead it off, man. If I do say so myself, some of those burns were similar to Pwnstarr wearing sunscreen. He literally gets fucking burns just from putting on sunscreen. So, good fucking show, man. Well done. Well fucking done, Golden Bear. Next on the docket, we all know, we all love him. He is the man that has no regard for human life. His name is ZEMEKCIS. He is a founder of the one guild with IWAR, actually. And, you know, besides eating hot dogs and sending wiener pics and feet pics for money to make sure he feeds his family, I'm pretty sure he's interesting in other regards. When we know this guy, there's a story in the ocean, okay? Mythical creatures that have been hunted down. The man himself, Moby Dick, is going to make an appearance, y'all. Please give him a warm but welcome introduction into the Pwnstarr Roast of 2024.
Thanks for that wonderful introduction. I'm glad to be here. Known Pwn for a little while now, and glad to call him my friend. AKA the Ponar. The short ginger who spends his days sneaking around in Ultima Online pretending to be a thief. Pwn, just got one thing to say. You're like a real-life loot box, buddy. Small, disappointing, and no one knows what they're gonna get. Probably just a bunch of rope. You might be a thief in Ultima Online, but the real treasure is how you've convinced yourself that you're actually good at it. You're the ultimate thief, right? You somehow convinced everyone in the Outlands that you're the best thief in a 20-year-old game. And that's impressive. The only thing you're stealing, though, is our time. Have you seen what he wears on camera lately? He's like a new Carrot Top. I'm just glad that you're not all roided out. You still doing those squats?
Fatality.
We got Legenis here. How you doing, buddy? He tries to be like Pwn. Have you guys seen it? I've only seen him steal from dead bodies, though. We got IWAR. IWAR over here. How you doing, IWAR? I have a lot to thank you for, man. Getting me out of MPS. That guild, man. Whew. But you're the co-leader with me in one. I look up to you, along with the rest of the co-leaders. But, you know, this is a roast, and you're going to see how I really feel. You're the guy that looks like he's one bad day away from the main character in an office horror movie. Seriously. You've got that I might snap at any moment vibe that makes people keep their distance in the break room. You're the kind of guy that everyone secretly is hoping he won't show up to party because no one wants to accidentally make eye contact with you. And hey, where the hell's Amish? Wasn't he supposed to be here? Man, I had a bunch of jokes for him. We'll save those for another day, though. And for all the other people that I skipped, I don't know who the fuck you are. I really don't. Thanks, though. I'll hand it back over to you, bud.
That was an excellent roast again, once again, from our guy, the one guild, ZEMEKCIS. Thank you so much for your input, man. But really, you know your wife wrote all those jokes, man. At least be a little bit original. Leading up to our next roaster, he's going to have probably the similar quality to this shirt. My guy Legenis. He's a hard-working, grinding mindset kind of guy. He's a Steelers fan, always tough mindset, right? He's willing to put in the work, y'all. If you know this man, he's willing to get down and dirty, okay? They teach people, young men of his age when he's growing up, all these traits and these abilities. Unfortunately for Legenis, his dad is still out looking for smoking cigarettes. Honestly, if you gave this guy any more chances to star in a movie with the Super Troopers, he might be confused with Ramrod. Hey, Legenis, would you like a 2-liter of cola?
Oh, man.
This dude, honestly, if he was born more inbred, he'd be like a sandwich, y'all. Please, give him a warm fucking welcome. But not too warm. I mean, he is in the same guild as number 9, after all. Legenis.
What's up, everybody? Well, we're about to spice this shit up because I thought we came here for a fucking roast. So we're going to fucking turn it up. Right now, I think it's been at about 2. We're going to fucking put it to 10. All right, so there's so much we could say, so much one could say about ego. It must be nice to have a stream that consists of pretty much smoking weed and, well, smoking weed. My man just sits back and lets his thoughts soar as they come in, which doesn't really happen too often. Which is why he has y'all, chat. He has y'all. You keep them focused. Ego, smoke weed. Ego, do yoga. Ego, drink water. You hydrated bitch. He gets out there for a few hours and his boys come in. Does some T-maps where all he has to do is auto attack and click on fucking portals. I mean, keeps them fucking honest. Keep them honest. Smoke weed, do yoga, drink water. And every once in a while, my man tries to imitate me by doing the bing bong dance. But he ends up just looking like an autistic fucking T-Rex doing... Bro, you gotta bend them elbows. Gotta bend them elbows. God damn. But that's what makes Ego. But since Ego can't do a simple dance, my man is a Browns fan after all. But, you know, we didn't come here to make fun of the Browns. We don't need to, as they take care of that on the field. Moving on, ZEMEKCIS, you said a little bit about me, so I'm gonna tag you back. You say you only see me looting dead bodies, bitch. That's because I dropped them. Now we got Barely. I can't really say anything bad about this guy because every time he's online, he makes every streamer look like a fuck. Just sits there and raises money for people in need. So with that, fuck you. Go eat some fucking crayons. I swear, I bet this man's shit smears in his toilets look like a fucking rainbow.
They do.
Now, Sir Pubert. Sir Pubert was supposed to be here tonight, but speaking about shits, apparently he's just too busy just shitting his ass off on the toilet right now. So I pretty much just spared y'all from the jokes, because his jokes are probably going to be about as shitty as this fucking feeling right now. So Pubert, hope you're feeling better, buddy. Hope you're feeling better. GOLDENBEAR! GOLDENBEAR, I know you don't know me. I know you don't know me. But I got to thank you for that 120 Prev, and I hope you get drunk, because I want another 120 fucking Prev. If you know, you know. If you know, you fucking know. The one Dennis. Holy shit, man. Dude, your stream has so much shit on it, you rival a fucking 6th grade girls weekend collage project. Holy fuck. I love you, buddy. I love you. And again, I know we give it a shout out to him, but Amish and Sweet couldn't make it tonight, and they ain't got no excuses, so fuck them. Now, we're all here for a reason. If y'all thought that was fucking turned up, let's get it fucking turned up. Now, I'm glad we could all gather here to recognize the need for such an event. Pwn, your Outlands, family, and friends are all here gathered today so we can show you how much we truly care about you. Seriously, man. And that's why today we've called for your intervention. Although you may not realize this from your alcoholic slumber, but for the past many years, you've been only seen wielding booze and weapons in your hands. And on rare occasions, your weapons or shoes also contain more drink that you endlessly consume. Oh, we're worried about you. Even your YouTube content has suffered from this one. While you create countless guides from Outlands, real PVMers, you advertise these templates are new player friendly, and you seamlessly forget that they require 30 fucking gold links to do. How many bards have been created on Outlands thinking they were going to be solo gods, just to discover they're nothing but wet noodles who could read the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy book before killing a fucking mob in Aegis 2? Fatality. There's only one fucking bard that stuck with it, and that's because he was so fucking high he never realized the mobs weren't dying. But your YouTube content's not the only thing to concern yourself, man. Your YouTube content ain't the only thing. Well, we've grown to admire you, Pwn. We can all agree that he needs to do a better job concealing his bondage fetish. I mean, this man cannot help himself. It's to the point where he runs around for hours digging in strangers' pockets trying to fucking be tied up for a good old time. I guess we figured out what the rope was for. And Pwn continues to grow unhinged as he's moved from civilized, kinky fetishes to now just walking around sniffing people's feet. Has your drinking gotten so bad, Pwn? What's next? Sucking dick for rope? Or have you already sank so low? I guess those would explain the large donations from GOLDENBEAR. Or more likely, he's been meeting Owen in the back alley of Horseshoe Bay, and that would also explain why he's never said a bad word about Outlands. But seriously, Pwn, we're all worried, and you need to stop listening to chat. They're not your friends. They're only enabling you for your worst. That's right, chat. Want proof? Stop giving away millions of gold per stream and see how many of these fucking goblins come back. Because I bet they scatter once that free ride's gone. Ooh! Sorry, chat. I had to burn you. Had to burn you. You here too. But seriously though, did you think we were here to watch for a sloppy drunk play pocket pool with strangers while liking their feet or licking their feet? I mean, damn, that shit's for OnlyFans, not Twitch. Your theme of your stream is broke TOS more than those nude images of women that sometimes pop up while you're in the middle of your drunken slumber. Oh, and Ego, don't think you got off scot-free. Your intervention's next, buddy. Your intervention's next. Seriously, though, Pwn, happy motherfucking birthday. We love you. Let's raise a glass, man. I'm so happy to be doing this. I'm so happy for you. My man's about to turn 40, old as a motherfucking dog, guys. Old as a motherfucking dog. Cheers, guys. Happy birthday,
fuck
Pwn.
yeah. Good fucking roast, Legenis. Good fucking roast, brother. Guys, that was a great roast from the one, the only, another great UO Outlands streamer in our community, Legenis. It's just too bad his ADHD is a little short span, you know, kind of like Pwnstarr's last relationship. On our next leading up, we have a great guy by the name of IWAR, also forming the One Guild with a close friend of his, ZEMEKCIS. Now, if you don't know a little backstory on IWAR, this guy, look at him. He looks like a fucking Men in Black secret agent right now. He actually has stopped aliens in future invasions, but you guys just don't know that because, you know, reasons. They had some difficulties with my guy J6 and the new player guild, so they needed to find a new space that they can get creative with each other. I mean, why wouldn't you? They're both just fantastic guys, and they had to alleviate a situation that they didn't find the potential in. You know, kind of like Pwnstarr's streaming career. Again, IWAR, I need you to come in with a round of applause for him, and everybody be prepared for IWAR here from the One Guild.
Thank you very much. I'm not a big shit talker. It's really, really new to talk smack on some people, you know, like GOLDENBEAR Jr. right there. You know, you need to have the camera pointing up at you. That way you look taller. Right now you look like a midget. you GOLDENBEAR. Oh, am I not talking? Am I? Okay, I'm talking. All right, beautiful. So, you know, ZEMEKCIS, I appreciate those kind words, you know, but you definitely need to remove 4 of those hot dogs. You're definitely only a 2-pack man. Fatality. Barely there. You're definitely looking like you're ready for the Top Gun 3. You know, get ready to go cruise around, listen to some Highway to the Danger Zone. So, I don't know, you know, how I was able to get onto this, but I definitely appreciate Pwn. It's sad to see that, you know, Amish Hammer wasn't here. He was too busy polishing his hammer. So, to Pwnstarr, you know, great guy. Love hanging out with him. Love helping him out. You know, I feed, you know, probably some of his children that he doesn't know about. You know, definitely love giving him the money and giving him some support. You know, so, you know, what can I say bad about the Pwnstarr, the powdered ginger ninja of Outlands? You know, he's got stealth, you know, we'll give him that. You know, mad skills, he would say that, you know, he brags, you know, being about the best thief in Outlands. But let's be real, basically, he's stealing from elderly people, and that really isn't that hard to do. You know, most of these people are, you know, just sitting there in their depends trying to make a living, and he's going up and stealing from them, you know. And here's the thing is, you know, these people can't even remember where their hotkey to rope Telly away from is, let alone worry about the shit-colored slippers that they are like, did I put that in a trap pouch or not? So, But Pone's great. The funny thing about Pone is I once tried to challenge him to a game of chess, and he was like, "No, I only play games that I can respawn from." And so, I am definitely going to end this because I will ramble on like a freaking cotton-headed nitty mugger. So I'm going to hand it back to you.
Oh yeah, man. Very, very, very good input there, IWAR, man. I didn't know too much about you, and I'm sure the more that we're around, I'll be able to get a little bit more digs in on you. But very good nonetheless, man. Appreciate you coming in here, and we're always here to support Pwnstarr. The Lucky Charms commercials haven't been paying them enough, so we gotta do what we can. So, next up on the list, we have another. I wouldn't say great. I would, in the forms of maybe a knockoff version of like Wish and a Temu, Roman Reigns, also known as like the One in Reigns. This dude, Dennis, runs somewhat of a stream. Actually, if you've known like really bad 80s and 90s cartoons, like the commercials, that's pretty much like what you get over there. But some notes about Dennis, guys. He's actually famous. He's done backup roles to Keanu Reeves. Dennis, how's the kung fu working? Anyway, Dennis, honestly, you look like a dude that two hippies had sex in the 80s and had a kid, and they named him Dennis. Dennis is such a lightweight, guys. When we were in Philadelphia, this guy had one drink, and he was trying to hit up to the Black Yoshi market. I don't really understand what he was doing there, but, I couldn't really understand it. He tried to start fighting me. It wasn't really cohesive. You would think if being friends with Blacklisted, right? You guys all know Blacklisted, one of the great solo PvPers of the Outlands. Dennis is great friends with him. How can you be so fucking shitty at PvP when you have such a great PvP friend, Dennis? What the fuck? Get some lessons, dude. Anyway, please welcome our dude, the one in Dennis. Let's go.
Thank you, Ganthrone. It's so nice of you to take time away from squirreling around back and forth of your desk to host this roast. Now, while I deliver my set, I'm gonna need you to stay calm and not get turned on. So just sit back in your chair, which I hear puts it all right where I need it. Oh. And yes, it is I, Santa Claus, so you can stop going around and screaming your inquisitions. God. No, it is I, the one and Dennis. And thank you, Pwnstarr, for inviting me to the Roast of Pwn, and happy birthday. Who would have thought? 47 years old and still playing an MMORPG from 1997. You soulless ginger fuck. After taking a look around and seeing who's here, I suddenly don't feel like the biggest fucking loser in the room. The one gang is here, ZEMEKCIS and IWAR. ZEMEKCIS, surprisingly, I have no idea who the fuck you are either. I know of Robert Zemeckis, who created such classics as Back to the Future, The Polar Express, Castaway, and others. Surprisingly, I too share a name with a famous movie composer, Alan Silvestri, the guy who did the sound for Avengers movies and so many more over the last 30 years. So, it's a good reminder that we both are the lowest forms of our name. I mean, shit. It doesn't get any lower than playing UO, right? Oh yeah, I forgot about RuneScape players. Oh, and IWAR? Real quick, IWAR. I had no idea who you were before this. I just assumed you were some random Russian guy with a name like IWAR, so just bear with me here. And IWAR. IWAR. What the fuck are you trying to cosplay with a name like that? A tabbed version of an iPad with Come and See playing on it? Here yet just another avatar I'm not familiar with, but that's most likely because I play Outlands by simply sitting at Jack's Pond, jerking off the sandwiches and sausage videos. And speaking of food, Legenis is here. Surprisingly, he took time out of his day of accepting mistaken trades of Prevcoin to show up for some food, but little does he know it's not that kind of roast. Legenis is a nice guy, but the state police want you to know that since you shaved your mustache, you're now not allowed within 500 feet of the school, instead of the old amount of 750. So see, progress, man. And Sir Pubert, who surprisingly isn't here, sad, but you are the most annoying motherfucker I have ever stumbled upon. Your presence actually makes me want to use the services that the Erica Legacy provides to people. It's no wonder that you've become the star of the charity streams, because when presented with the opportunity to slay your avatar cinematically, well, that was an opportunity I could not pass up, 00 Pubert. Oxford, I don't see Oxford out here either, but I had Oxford written, so Oxford, it is fun to see you restoring that Volkswagen car on stream. Little did I know that it was for your son, so he can run over Happy Gilmore in his upcoming sequel. It's been awesome to pay $40,000 a year for your kid to fuck bitches nonstop and study Shakespeare. Well, I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of that deal. 4 degrees I'm not fucking paying for. And if your son's college experience was anything like mine, well, he's not getting into heaven either. One thing I love about your streams is your 3D printing capabilities. I still remember the day you 3D printed your wedding bands out for you and Dorian. Twitch really dropped the ball on that. That shit could have been front page material. And don't worry, no one's gonna come and take away your rights. Mustache Gaming is here, which is surprising as fuck considering he's been AFK for months. Rumors are that he's been giving Owen the longest mustache ride of his life. But after a little digging on the gram, it's clear that he and his son have been training for glory at competitive pickleball. Now, I'm a guy with 2 theater degrees, but that last sentence has to be the gayest thing I have ever said. And if my recent clips prove anything, I say some pretty shit. On a side note, there's something that Mustache has in common with Ving Rhames, is that they both have the meats. Bear's here. Bear... One second. I was just gonna take another drink. Bear. Sorry, I love you. Bear, you are proof that autistic people can succeed in the military. If I was just watching your VODs without sound or chat replay, I would see a fully grown adult eating crayons, jumping in pools in bear costumes, and you shitting in the woods of Avedon. I have never seen a man who has done so many questionable things and have so much proof of him getting laid. Dude, for fuck's sake, pull out every once in a while. We won the election. The numbers are there. We don't need to overdo it. Think of your wife, man. Just because the doctors pushed the eject button on her tummy doesn't mean you need to fill it back up again. And the one and Dennis is here, well, because why the fuck wouldn't he? He lives at home with his fucking mom and he works as a custodian at a college. What the fuck else could be going on in his life besides gloating about the last election or getting me too'd by some fat chicks from Carl de Linden's chat? There is no doubt that I have terrible skin. Every time I look in the mirror, I see my face covered in ugly scars. But that's actually just the rope stains from theater school. I'm proof that you can be the biggest piece of shit and still have the biggest heart. Because with an amazing contributions from like Pwnstarr and several others, even some present here in this roast, we have managed to raise a lot of money for good causes, and that leads me to the man of the night, Pwnstarr Gaming. Pwnstarr always greets people, and Pwnstarr always greets people in his YouTube videos with "Hail Adventurers," which I think is very fitting, because after getting to know you personally and finding out who you voted for, the only person you're hailing is Hitler. I think that I used to think that the white part of your beard was just from you drooling and staining from drinking beers of the week as you would play UO or Warcraft. It would just overflow a bit and stain. But after attending my first Pwnstarr meetup, I learned that cum stains affect more than just my bed sheets. Pwnstarr likes to have meetups in different parts of the country where he would invite viewers that he met on the internet to attend a Renaissance fair or explore a city. Let's just take a second to explore this crazy concept. Pwn would invite community members, viewers, filled with middle-aged rednecks, closeted gay men, and fatties, all from a 1997 MMORPG wizard game, to get wild in random cities across the country. Crazy. Pwnstarr is basically the white P. Diddy. Just, without the talent, money, or, baby oil. I was right to be suspicious when I saw the first person to RSVP to the Philly meetup was a man named GOLDENBEAR. And guys, let me tell you, it's not because he doesn't rock that name just because he's made of 24 karat gold, all right? Yeah, just do the math, you'll get the equation. My only memory from that first night is puking and consuming wonton soup with that man. I've never been with a group of guys who have said, let's go get some fucking sushi after pounding beers and consuming stolen carrot cake. That's right. Pwnstarr stole a man's carrot cake at a bar that was named after a bitch. Yeah, if you were at that bar, you would understand that joke. That's the kind of shit you get into with this 5'1" man. Absolute insanity. And by the way, he stole that birthday cake on another man's birthday. So someone needs to break into Pwnstarr's house right now and steal his birthday cake, all right? It's only got to come full circle, guys. All right, but that second night of the Philadelphia meetup is what I wanted to talk to you about, Pwnstarr. At one moment, you were the one choosing the bars for us. And you know what Pwnstarr did, guys? Pwnstarr picked the finest establishment for us. Smack dab in the middle of the gayborhood. Yeah, look it up in Philadelphia. It only took us about 15 minutes to realize it. So keep that in mind when Vegas is coming up, boys. I hear the main reason we're staying at the Excalibur is to see the show there. Thunder from Down Under. And if you don't understand that joke, you will once you walk around the lobby of the Excalibur. Get ready for some shirtless men, boys. And girls. Well, the girls might like it, yeah. And Pwnstarr, after all these years, I don't even know what the hell your name means. I mean, well, after looking at how it's spelled, I conclude that one hard R just wasn't enough for you, was it? You just had to have two. Typical UO hoarder. With all that being said, you are considered the godfather of UO, and I hope they mean Godfather, aka Luke Wilson from Old School, because if you're anything like that other Godfather, we're about to see the second and third installment of your life suck ass. And there's also a lot of crying in that. Lame. Not as good as the first one. Pretty much up until when Sonny dies. Never mind, that's not the point. Thank you for allowing me to exploit you in the name of charity. And keep doing what you're doing, man. Your videos, they reinvoke feelings in people that seek out an old game they played when they were kids, maybe when they were young adults, even anything. And it defined what MMOs are capable of, and it defined a lot of relationships, a lot of friendships, a lot of marriages. I know you guys talked about Blacklisted tonight. Pretty sure he met his wife on UO. There's been so many other people out there who've done it. It's an amazing game. I'm happy that it's in my life, and I'm happy that there's content creators like you out there who make the game relevant again and allow people to see it. I'm happy to call you a friend and a fellow co-collaborator, and I would love to cheers you and say happy birthday, my friend. So everyone raise your glass right now for this great man.
Yeah, pour your fucking shots. That was great, Dennis. That was fucking great. Pour your fucking shots.
Pwnstarr is a legend. He has been recognized in bars randomly. No paid actors were involved in random cities that I've encountered with him. And you should all come out to Vegas this March. Thank you, Pwnstarr. Keep doing it, brother. Happy birthday.
Huzzah. Cheers.
They're all jokes, guys. I love you all. Thank you.
We have to follow that?
Sorry.
Well, I'm just glad I'm just a fucking roast master. With that said, Dennis, dude, fantastic roast, man. I do want to say, from the times that I've met you, Dennis, you're severely disabled in many ways, but your comedy never ceases to amaze me. And once again, great job, brother. Can't wait to hang out with you in March. We just can't share a room, dude, because those farts, man, I just fucking couldn't do it. That's why I had to go sleep downstairs with Amish. Speaking of Amish, where is that motherfucker? I swear to God, he heard there was an all-you-can-eat buffet, so he went to it. He took it actually seriously. He ate it all. It's fucking literally, he ate it all. But I wish you would have been here. Same with Oxford, dude. Honestly, the bearded one, Oxford, if you were here, dude, I just wish that you would have known that you're also appreciated with the community. And we don't know who is more hairy, honestly, you or the dog that you shower with. So, yeah, we'll just go on with that, you know. Leading forward from that, one guy that I don't know too much about, but he has a podcast. He was kind of giving me a little background information earlier, but I kind of already did my research on him. He has interviewed huge names in UO. I'm talking Owen. Does it even matter now? Richard Garriott. Yeah, whatever. But anyway, he used to stream, face random off the server, basic bullshit in there. He cried, he created a guild, became a Miyagi-Do master. Somehow he ended up winning a PvP tournament without ever being in a fight. I don't know how that really worked out. But if you ever have a guy that has ever been in old school, like I remember back in the day, I used to have to, there was no recall spell. I used to walk up and down the goddamn mountains. I was going back and forth and right, riding my goddamn horse. My pack horse could only hold 200 goddamn more at a time, This fucking guy will tell you the stories of the old school UO. I'm telling you. If you ever want to hear about the good old days, this is where you need to go. There's nowhere else that you need to go in Pwnstarr. I know we've been saying a lot of ginger jokes leading up to this, dude. Just be grateful that you have people here hanging out talking with you. Next up, our guy, Mustache. Let's go, baby.
Good evening. Thank you for that unbelievable introduction. First of all, I want to get one thing straight. Okay, the dojo is Cobra Kai, not Miyagi-Do. These losers, get them out of my face. Okay, that's the first thing you're wrong on. Okay. Second thing, let me see what your name is. Ganthro, whatever your name is. Okay, you look like every UO player I've played with for the past 20 years. The guy working at a gas station smoking Black and Milds. Okay, so congratulations, you are the stereotype, my friend, for sure. Okay. IWAR, I don't know. The guy almost passed out when he was talking. Never heard of her. ZEMEKCIS, I don't know who's fatter, you or Amish Hammer. I don't know. Put down the goddamn hot dogs. Get a dumbbell in your life, please, please. Okay. All right. Now, next, Beverly there. Beverly, I don't know. The guy looks like a vanilla person of every NPC I've ever talked to in an MMO. Boring. Snooze fest. Next. Okay. Legenis, John Madden, calling plays from 1995 and Sega Genesis. I've seen you before, my friend. Yeah, it's terrible. Anyway, okay. Next up, GOLDENBEAR. This son of a bitch. I heard this guy. Okay, he was homeless, by the way, last week. He rented an Airbnb. Okay, as you look in the background, right? The guy has you fooled. He thinks he has some fancy townhouse. He can't even hang the paintings in the back. It's embarrassing. It's a goddamn joke. It's a joke. Don't let him fool you. Okay? Guy's a born loser, and he knows it. Okay. Now, last up. One and Dennis, one and done, whatever. Okay? This guy, if his 4 liberal arts degrees isn't enough to tell you this guy's woke, I don't know what will. He claims he's ultra MAGA. This guy's woke as fuck. Don't believe anything he says. He can print these little shirts. No, I saw his voting record. It's goddamn shame. He was licking Kamala's boots. Okay. Also, let's not forget the Florida man, Oxford. The guy who sounds like Ben Stein, who's overweight and just talks about 3D printing all day. Fucking snooze fest. Okay. Who is this guy? Anyway, now back to Pwnstarr Gaming. Okay. I had I would say the pleasure was his, really, let's be honest, of meeting him the other night. So I call him up. I say, hey, let's get some tacos. He said, cool, no problem. I'm sitting down and I'm looking for him to arrive. And, I call him and say, hey, man, are you here? And he's like, yeah, I'm here. Okay. And this barrier that was in front of me was like, 4'10". And he's like, I'm here, man. And I'm looking left, right. Son of a bitch is 4'9". Who the hell didn't tell me that? Are you kidding me? This guy's like a little garden gnome. I was so embarrassed for him. I shook his hand. It was like, you ever see little small hands, shaking hands? It's fucking embarrassing. You kidding me? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to give you a little riddle I came up with, a saying, catchphrase, put on your bumper sticker. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who has the best fucking podcast of them all? Fucking me. Vassar Report. You fucking son of a bitch. You're going to sit here and create this Mickey Mouse podcast interviewing no-namers, losers, okay, that no one cares about. Their mics don't even work. They sound like dog shit, okay? It's terrible. Retire while you still can. you want a real man on your podcast, invite me. None of these no-namers, okay? And then the second thing, I looked up, I went online, I said, okay, what does the word shill mean, right? Fucking Pwnstarr comes up, and it's the biggest Outland fucking shill I've ever seen in my life. This guy is blowing Owen so hard. Everything into Outlands is the best. Oh, man, shut the fuck up, man. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, John Madden. He's getting into it. That's what Pwnstarr does every goddamn week, like a robot. I was going to steal some stuff. Oh, Owen loves me. Oh, I love it. Man, screw that shit. Okay? Back in my day, we held Shadows Fire for 45 minutes, uncontested. They had to change the PK rules because of a lot of losers on the server. But regardless, Pwnstarr, I love you, my brother. You're awesome. But for God's sakes, man, please take some growing pills, HGH, whatever you got to do, man. You got to get, man, come on. But I love you, brother. Happy birthday to you, man.
Great one, Mustache. Very good, man. Thank you so much for input. That's great work, man. And leading up to the final roaster of the evening, guys, I could go on and on and on for days. But honestly, we don't got all night, right? So let's just get to the point, right? We know him. He's a charity streamer. He's barely there. He likes the clout. He likes to be that guy, right? He's an active duty Marine, someone that we can look up to, someone that the kids and all of our future rights, you know, we look towards that. You know, he's defending our freedoms. You know, fuck you, Gunny. Single-handedly, this guy has kept Crayola in fucking business, guys. I believe 1 month he had raised like something wild, like $3,000, and he had a thing where he's eating a crayon every $100. Imagine this, guys. Imagine what kind of amazement would leave his system after that point. Then you get into the point where he's actually at work, right? This guy goes to work. He puts in his best every day. He puts on his uniform. He rolls his sleeves. He's proud. I would be. I'm a Marine. Hoorah. Thank you, Bear. I appreciate you, brother. But we all know the best part of your Marines days is when you leave the fucking building, bro. Fuck you, Gunny. Of course, this guy right here plays the worst fucking boring fucking template on the UO Outlands. He's gone from Bard. He's gone from Archer. He's gone from Lockpicker. He's gone from Mage. He does scripts. He's like, you know what? I have found my home as a fucking backstabber. How fucking lame is that? It kind of makes sense though. Like, really? The dude is trying to get his own fucking football team formed over there with all the goddamn kids he's having. Wrap it up. You know that you got tax breaks. They cut and they stop after 3, right, Bear? The fuck? Swear to fucking God. Anyway, without further fucking ado, our guy, the Marine, we all love him. Barely there. Let's go.
Well, obviously, Ego, thank you for that wonderful introduction. I don't know why you're making me go last in this entire roast of Pwnstarr here, because you definitely know that I'm always coming first. There's a reason why I've got all these children. Anyways. Ego, you're a great friend of mine. You're a fellow Marine, obviously, hoorah. Somebody that I've actually met in real life. One of the few people I've met in real life. I'm glad to have met you. I'm glad to be a great friend of yours. I'm kind of honestly surprised, though, that you were chosen to be the roast master of this entire event, this beautiful event that we have here to honor Pwnstarr and everything that he's done for the Outlands community, because usually you get higher than Jameis Winston's touchdown to interception ratio, and you squirrel harder than Johnny Manziel did once he got to the Browns. But we still thank you for being here. We thank you for being the Roast Master tonight. Obviously, there's plenty of awesome roasters in here. Want to say thank you. Obviously, Legenis, you fucking crushed it, man. I was worried for a second there. The roasts weren't so roasty, but you brought the fire. You brought the heat at the very beginning. You have so much enthusiasm, so much energy when you stream. All the mannerisms, everything that you do, you've really kind of come into your own. I think like really kind of like the past year as a streamer. You honestly, you've lived in Pwn's shadow though. You've kind of copied what he's done. You tried to be a thief. You've tried, but honestly, the only memorable thing that I can think of that you've stolen is Dorian's Bing Bong Channel Point Redemption. Without that, honestly, you wouldn't really much have a stream, because every time I tune in, all I hear is bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. You don't really do much, and to add into it, yeah, you just kind of loot dead bodies. So, good job. Thank you for being here. You're a great dude. I'm glad to know you. Moving on, no, because honestly, we all get it, right? I had something written for Sweet Man, but he was supposed to be here, but in true Sweet Man style, he signed up for something and decided at the last second, I'm going to bounce. I want all the clout. I want the XP. I want the loot. I want the gold, but I don't want to do any work for it. So, Sweet Man, when you watch the VOD, just know we're all thinking the same thing. You just fucking pulled another Sweet Man. I'm going to take a drink on that one. All right, Dennis, thank you for being here tonight. We've honestly done some amazing things together as charity streamers or people that get together and do great things for the community. We have the opportunity to roast another member, a pillar of the community, somebody who does the charity streams with us. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm surprised that you could stay awake this late. Because usually by this time, you've fallen asleep at the keyboard. And you only rely on the fact that Boo Whip and Rizzle are spamming your chat every 5 seconds with every single channel point known to man in order to wake you up and finally tuck you in to bed at night. If you know, you know. You know. Goldie, I'll have you know, this is Calvin Klein. Even a crayon eater such as myself can afford a nice suit every now and then. As somebody who shares such a great name as Bear, you're always a brother of mine. You have in the past supported me in my charity endeavors. You have done so much to support the community, and I appreciate that. But we all know that your generosity is honestly the only reason why Pwnstarr is still in business. You're the only reason why he's able to continue to stream, and the reason why we have to keep dealing with him. So I want to say thank you for supporting streamers like me, and it gives me hope that one day I too might be able to find a sugar daddy so that I can get rich streaming too. Pwn. It's down to you, buddy. I'll be honest, the other guys, like they've all said, I don't fucking know them. I wish I did. But apparently we're not good enough to fucking get that kind of notoriety and clout that where they'll actually come and hang out with us while we're streaming. I mean, Jesus, what do you want? We've all raised like $40,000. IWAR, you're the exception, IWAR. I sent you a fucking thing. But the other ones, like, we've raised like $40-some thousand for charity. You'd think that maybe the other ones might tune in at least once to where I knew who they were. But as my buddy Ego said, I am a Marine veteran, so I do have some military history to spit on everybody. Today is December 7th, as most people know. It's a day in American history that will honestly live in infamy. America suffered one of its greatest disasters. This, of course, being the attacks on Pearl Harbor. But even worse than that, it's the day that we have to deal with Pwnstarr. But even from those events, America has rebuilt. It's even improved on its working conditions. Especially for people like Pwn. So just know that when GOLDENBEAR decides to stop being your sugar daddy, Charlie's Chocolate Factory will always have a spot for a short guy with a fat old ass.
Fatality.
But seriously, Pwnstarr, I want to say thank you for everything that you do for the Outlands community. From the plethora of guys that you put out there, whether or not they might be kind of fucked up, and we might be skewing the results a little bit. We do appreciate everything you do. You bring in new players. You do help them. You put out plenty of guides. You've helped out with the UORP events. You're a great friend of mine, and I wish you the best. And before I exit, I do have one more special thing that I have to do. Give me 2 seconds. I will be right back. Don't leave. Everybody stay here. Time. It's something that I do for all of my friends every single time they have a birthday. I bring in the kids. All right, guys, are you ready? Are you ready? In 3, you guys know who we're wishing happy birthday to, right? Yeah. Who? Okay, yeah, you're good. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. To you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pwnstarr.
That's so nice.
Happy birthday to you. Love you, buddy. Back to you guys. All right, get out of my room.
Once again, dude, great roast, man. All collimating? You know I get dyslexic as fuck, and we're faded and cross-faded, and I'm pretty fucking stupid, so self-depreciating something humor, right? Anyway, we got this guy. Last but not least, guys, we've been nonstop at having some good jokes, some good humor at his expense. We've been having good jokes, good humor at other people's expense, but now it's his turn. He's been waiting. He has ammo loaded in he has ammo in his pistols. He's like the Wild fucking West out there. Guys, he still has all of the UO players' souls still trapped in jars from the fucking October Soul event. Don't ask me why. The fucking redhead, he's obsessed with them. I don't get it. But he's coming at us live. He's about to be with us. It's a birthday boy himself. Happy birthday, Pwnstarr. Stage is yours, brother.
Holy shit, what a fucking roast, my friends. I mean, I don't even know what to say after all of that. It was savage, it was brutal, it was anything and everything that you could possibly imagine to be for a roast of Pwnstarr motherfucking gaming, boys and girls. I mean, Jesus, we had IWAR in there, we had ZEMEKCIS in there, we had a GOLDENBEAR, we had BEHRLYHTERE, the same person basically. We had GANTHRONE. We had Legenis, Mustache motherfucking gaming, and the one in Dennis. Guys, I gotta say, man, I knew this was gonna be a great event, right? I knew this was gonna be a great event, but I did not realize it was gonna be as crazy as this was. I mean, freaking one in Dennis with the MAGA shirt, with pulling it off, roasting the fuck out of John Madden Legenis over there. Mustache motherfucking gaming coming out of retirement to come and roast my ass. I mean, I never expected such a crazy freaking turnout. I mean, yes, all-star lineup is right, Farrago. All-star lineup is right. Everybody came. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but my alter ego Ganthrone, he in some point there, he pulled up a piece of paper and it had notes in cursive writing, mind you. I don't know who the fuck writes in cursive still. Apparently freaking Ganthrone does. It just pure cursive writing, front to back sheets, probably 20 pages worth. He called me at least 14 times this week saying, hey, is this good? It was great. It was great. Ganthrone, I truly appreciate you hosting this event tonight. It was so much fun. So much fun. I think the last 2 years on my birthday streams, I said, next year we're doing a roast. Next year we're doing a roast, and this was the perfect year for it. Without a doubt, this was the perfect year for it, and I appreciate each and every one of you nasty motherfuckers for being here tonight. I mean, I can't believe it. It was fun. It was fun as shit. I think it went over very well. I hope none of you motherfuckers have any hard feelings on it. If you do, man, just go wash your panties, and they'll be better tomorrow, because it was all joke, all fun, and I loved it. Yes. Guys, in chat, do me a favor right now and say which person you think did the best. Who do you think did the best? Say it in chat right now. I mean, I think everybody did a tremendous job. I really do. I really do. You know, I gotta, at first it was like hats off to Legenis. Guy came in brutal as fuck. And then all of a sudden Dennis came in and I was like, oh my God. Listen guys, I got my phone right here. I got 4 text messages from people that said, holy shit, Dennis did great. I mean, I just, oh my God. That was wonderful. That was wonderful, Dennis. That was wonderful, IWAR, ZEMEKCIS, Golden Bear, barely there. I love you.